And we are streaming. Hello everybody, welcome to Charles of Confusion for the 2nd of October in 2020. Quick update on where the scores are, just in case people aren't aware. Still Mono, myself and Kyril in the top 3 positions, so bonus points will be awarded as such. And a fairly interesting battle appearing for best of the rest at this point, although I mean, Kyril's gap to 4th is not high at the moment, so he's managed to catch up quite a few points. So anyway, how are you? How are we doing? And let's get a game started, shall we? Let's turn auto matching off just before we do that. I normally turn auto matching on when I announce the stream about an hour beforehand, so I will count any game that actually starts off before it gets to that stage. Hey there! So we have Solar, we have Coaster, aka Karma, Prospero, and myself going for game 1. Good evening! Oh, and Mono's just joined. Hi, Mono. Oh dear. I am quite honestly exhausted, so this is going to be interesting. I think my main goal here is not lose too many points from sheer tiredness. Oh boy. I've genuinely not been sleeping well the last couple of nights, but alas, this is Tiles of Confusion time, and if I was really thinking about it, I'd have started this earlier. Anyway, let's see. Never know, maybe being tired will make me lucky. Could certainly do with some luck. Rise will be here in another 15-20 minutes. Okay, no worries, Rise. Good to hear from you. And who's pinging me on Discord? Nobody important. Okay. At least nobody important to have anything to do with Mahjong. Again, I'll keep half an eye on the entrance list. If we get another game table set up, we will go for it. Anyway, Prospero, Coaster, who is Karma, and Solar Flare. So, we are starting north, have a reasonable-ish start, I think. And we'll see how things go, as always. One doesn't actually do a lot for us, and we got rid of the east fairly quickly. So, Pinfu, assuming we can get rid of the green dragon. Itsu is an outside possibility. Doesn't help us a great deal. That's actually very green at this point. It's the only dragon remaining, so... Okay, get a redraw. Redraw, which actually helps us on towards Pinfu. So ideally we want the free pin now, just to close that up. Yaoyaka High, so Honitsu style things going on. So it's interesting in a couple of ways, this one. Could potentially kill Sanshikyo, actually, the way this is set up. Can I play the risky tile now? Because against the double core, we have to assume they're tempo for something, so getting rid of 3s and 4s probably makes sense. Means we're probably going to keep both of these, whichever way we go with this, meaning we're probably not going for an Itsu. So it's looking like Pinzu might be the answer with what Prospero's are. South still hasn't been played, and against 2 cores I'm a little reluctant to play it, but it'd be an awesome start if you had 3. Okay. South falls into the Honitsu train, so we're going to assume it's not and go and toss both of these. If we draw a free pin, we're still technically Ishanten at that point. Highest win points, absolutely. There's the aim. Prospero, though, is looking like he's going to win a few points by himself here. West we can play. 2 pin being safe is useful. Could also just be Toy Dragons. Could even be a bluff weight, we'll see. It's a bluff. Dora. Dragon Dora. Onto a naked weight. Well, my usual strategy is to attack naked weights, so we'll do it. Tanya Odora, yeah. We reach into a naked weight. He has no choice. If he draws it, he's either got to win with it or play it. So we'll force a tricky situation here. We're both in single weights, but I have the advantage of pressure, I think. And I definitely have all 4 of mine available. He only has 3. So mathematically I've got more odds than him. It'll be a terminal of some sort. That might be my best guess on what he's going for, but could be anything. 9-pin would have been a reasonable shout, actually, because if he was looking to a Honitsu with his early calls. Okay, still drawing 5s. 5s and dragons since I've reached. Which, if anything, emphasizes the 3s and 7s is more dangerous, I think, but... Would he have to 5-pin with that? I doubt it. Alright, 4 more draws. I mean, 3-pin seems really doubtful on this board. There's not a lot of pin tiles played anyway, so... And again, that was the earliest indicator of what he might be going for. That's it. I deal in with that. I'm going to be slightly annoyed, but it's slight, and I feel this was worth the attack. He doesn't have a hand that's more valuable than mine. Mine is actually going to be more. We've reached Tanya Odora, so... Let's waiting on another 8-man, which... You know, the 8-man is the only thing you'd be waiting on that would be more valuable than what I'm waiting on, so... I'm assuming I've got the advantage here. Value-wise. Just whether we can actually finish things off. 7-7. So we could also have a hand by now. No carnage for me. Reached on the 1-pin, so we should be fine. Alright, 1 more for a game. We have Draconis Mono and Rumi currently queued up. I mean, I'm happy to take the draw here. I'd say it's a double CG if he wants it. Don't call this. If you call this, you give him an extra draw. Alright, you also gave me an extra draw. I've got the Haite. Haite would give me Mungan. No, 3-way draw. I'm not sure what the call was about if you weren't going to take the Tenpai from that. Because all it did was give me the advantage and Prosperity extra draw. Still, interesting starting hand. 2 Doras now, and yeah, this could be good. See how things develop. South goes. I of course I'm second because I put a reach stick on, so I've lost 1,000 points there. Coaster immediately gets to start. We have a double run. So we need to pair up 1, 2, 7, 9 at this point. I'll draw another 3, I suppose. Wrong 3. So we begin with what looks awkward. Nothing doing on the 9-man. Okay, so mathematically we're more likely to get into some helpful pair draws or 3 on this end, so that looks like what we were doing. But for now, play it north. Slightly awkward. But hey, with what's in the middle calls early. So Solo has to devalue his hand to go for that. But he's dealer, so he's not going to be too upset, I don't think. Means we might play the 7 now. We'll see. Alright, double call against this. We should 5 against 2 calls is interesting. We'll play safe. And not much I can really do in this position. 3 calls against me and a reach. Can't reach actually. So we'll play our 1-2-3 and see where we are. And see if Prospero picks up some points. Yep, Mahjong Sumo. So we will retake second from this then. So Prospero has a lead. Yeah, that's alright. I've had worse. And we're not a million miles behind. 12,000 in the second hand, not a problem. Okay, white dragons we can get rid of. Unfortunate double. Unfortunately, immediately drawing of the second white at that stage, we've hit our double run. So we now just need to pair something up and probably get rid of the 1-3 for Tanya. Yeah, this stage will probably take most things that come off, but yeah, I think though the 1-3 has kind of been killed. Also, I've given a slight indicator of it with a slight pauses on those discards. Red Dragon. What was played earlier? Should still be fine. We'll play it next and see. I'll have to get that for a pair, of course. Play red because it's more risky than green. That's a little awkward since we got rid of the 9 earlier, so we're probably going to have to get rid of these. Unless that pair reset comes along. Obviously can't use what we already established for that. South. Yeah, not a great set of tiles for improving this, because this is a good hand. It's just, unfortunately, it doesn't guarantee you'll draw things. Okay, that puts us into potential for a 10 position, but I'd rather be for a 10 and Tempai than not. So 6-9 for a 6-9. And if we draw a 6 on 1L both of them, that will give us Tanya. So 6-9 pin ideally. Interesting. So that might let us manipulate things a little bit here. So drawing say 7 would actually allow us to get rid of the 8-7 and have a potential free-sided weight. The upside is we're getting to the end game at this point, so we're assuming people are there or thereabouts. So they just played a 3. Well, they played an early 4 as well. Not sure. So that gets a pair, that sorts us out on that end. Alright, let's go 8-pin. 8-pin there was a pause. 7-pin's the more risky tile at the missing lead, but this gets us out of a fruit end trap. There's the reach. Probably not going to be able to pursue this, so there's the 8. Yeah, I've got 3s and 7s, and then Manzu, which all look dodgy against him. And Rice has joined. Okay, I'll start that second game off. Well, I'm happy you played that. That gives me a couple of safe tiles, so I'm safe to the end. It's just a case of whether I can actually get to Tenpai, which seems unlikely from this position now. Well, it's a late live east. Late live east from Karma Coaster to try and get there. 5 Dora. There are some risky tiles being flung around at the end of this. Two draws. We're probably safe with our 2 discards, so it's fine. But there are some risks being taken there, but it doesn't matter. That's sumo. So it doesn't really change what we're doing. That is sumo 52. So still on a second. Still in reasonable shape, but the Prospero is on a charge. Okay, 3 pairs. One of them bonus tile. One of them we can extend and actually be useful. We'll start with North. North isn't doing anything for us. I'm not even sure I'd take the East at this point with this hand, but more like to hold off on the first one and see what happens. At least until we get a second one or something useful. Play the 9. That being said, we do want to knock the leader off his dealer spot at this point if we can. 7's a good draw. So there's still 3 loose tiles in this hand, but it's getting there. Yeah, that's a little awkward. But it gives us 4 pairs now, so we could pivot into Toy Toy or something of that nature. Skip the first. Quite aside from anything else, we can potentially use for second. Oof, E-Peiko. Alright, E-Shanten. So we can go E-Shanten into a White Dragon weight at this point, which looks bad now that 2 of them just played. It was looking good when one of them was out, but now 2 of them have gone. Yeah. Reach on a East 8. It's interesting. I don't think it's good enough, though. I'd love to draw a 9 and get for the Ryan Peiko. 9-7, I mean. That gives us Pinfu. No, it doesn't give us Pinfu, but it gives us Ryan Peiko as an upgrade, which is free Han. Okay, we'll just Sumo. We're going for upgrades, but I think we can't just ignore the win here. Dani Peiko and free Han, 4,000 points. Not entirely what I wanted to do with that, but I don't think it would have been right to reach with just the 1-on-1, although we would have got the Ipatsu. And I think given the value up of just getting that 9 or 7 into hand was enough to hold off. Still, progression. Why losing? No worries. I'll let you know when the queues start filling up again. Currently, though, it is empty. I mean, yet to deal in means you've still got a shot in. You're only... I mean, actually, you are down 20k down, but you have dealer turns left, and that's what you've got to hang on to. Dealer turns. Another Hatsu. It was the indicator, so it was definitely worth getting rid of initially. There. This is an awkward one. We're up to 3 pairs. And not a lot that's going to improve this, I think. Need to draw some closed weights here. 7, 3, 2. Yeah, absolutely. Let's hold on to them because they're probably going to be safer. We have 3, 6, 9 there. Okay, no, we'll get rid of the 9s here. Because technically we have a 2-4-6 shape, which obviously draw the middle one, advance. Potentially a double run out of that as well. And assuming ideal situations, draw 5, draw 3. And that's Tenpai. And also we don't. Draw 2, draw 7 also gets us there. 2, 5 or 7. 7 though is still the best thing we can draw right now to just quickly advance us, but drawing a 3 is not going to be bad either. That just means we get rid of one of these. There's ways with this hand, ways and means. 3-man is not going to be those ways and means though. Okay. So I hope to draw a 3-pin for a Pinfu. 2 is just gone. We'll cut the other one. So it's still fun. This actually does kind of help and improve things a little bit here. Itsu! Yeah, Rise knows the important things to update me on. Oh, I can't go Tanya with this. And another 5 has disappeared, so this is looking awkward. Is what do you reach on with this? Wait for the 3 or wait for the 5? Probably wait for the 3 on the basis that we can CG trap it. Still, you have to draw the last one anyway. Okay, so 2 3s and 2 5s are both gone. Come on, draw the 3 up. Does nothing. 7-man does nothing for us. There is a strong temptation to call for Tenpai if we get another chance off of Prospero here, but... White was played semi-recently. 5 draws left. Because we're only 1 call from Tenpai at this stage, but we have to pretty much rely on what Prospero plays. And he's probably unlikely to be playing a 2-5 this late in the game. Pins here have been proven absolutely cheap as anything, but I just can't get the last one I need. No, man. 4 more draws. Yeah, you don't want to reveal things like that, but you know. I like a 3s and 5s. Oh, 2's live. I don't like it, actually. It's one of those discards, but it passed. But it was definitely, there was definitely a bit, I don't know. That was not quite a red flag, but a yellow flag put up on that too, so. Alright, last chance. Salute. Come on. 3-pin, 5-pin. Prospero. Please. 2-5-man will do. Does that change anything? No, it doesn't really. Pawn helps. Well, it actually doesn't. It just gives an extra draw. Come on. Same things. Westwall's fine, but we just did not get anywhere with that. Karma's probably going to pick up a draw. No, didn't. That was frustrating. But we are still in second. It's not the worst. And that is a pretty good starting end, I want to say. Can build something off that 5, then get rid of all of our loose tiles in the meantime. This is a reasonable start to south. I need freezing. This is a weird hand, I've got to be honest, but God damn it. This is not, we do not want to be doing that. Oh, why did you let Mono have a bioman? Fair enough. Well, South has been proven safe. No, this is a little frustrating. Alright, come on. Give me something I can work with. Why enemy girl with pink hair? Because why not? You have to pick an enemy girl in this game. Why not the one with pink hair? Especially since I have her unlocked. Also, I'm fairly certain that's been the case for quite a while, so... Red Dragon is alive. Oh no, it isn't. Okay, we can play out red if we want to. I'm probably going to, because we got nothing with this hand at the moment. Oh, hey, 10 more discards until we can get a Nageshi in theory. But we're already down to 4, so it's not likely to be what we do. That's okay, we'll play green. So discard 2-pin. So 9-so 2-pin east at that point. Hope to draw something connected to the 5 and go. There we go. Alright. 2 from Tenpai. Something connected to that 5. Well, that is something connected to the 5, and we have a Sanshiki possibility. So I need 6-man and 5-pin at this point. West is fine. Don't think we're risking a 7 on this board. 2 is dodgy, but not ridiculous. So, yeah, I must want to go for that. We're a bit late in the game here. 4 draws left. I don't think there's a valid argument for going for this. Not for a hand that's 2 away from it anyway. Which is a shame. It very nearly got to the Sanshiki level. We're just one turn too late, I think. So three of those are, we know where three of those are, so it's not a definite. Oh, that's awesome. That gives us our 2 safe tiles for the rest of the game. And Prosper will again pick up the draw. Can't deny a draw. Is that safe discard? It was, I guess. Alright. The rare instance of a safety card. Well, let's see. This is an okay-ish hand. It's just what we need right now. What we need right now is a comeback hand. We need a Mangan. Something I can look at and say definitely Mangan. We'll follow up with red since we see one. Yeah, been a lot of awkward hands in this game. Alright, one pin. So, some potential options here. Possible it's Sue in the Manzu, I suppose. It's not really. 3 of these tiles to get rid of, and we'll see how things develop. That is now a possible Itsu. I was only joking, but if he's going to give me that, 2 runs. Draw an 8, draw 1. Alright, 7 pins fine. So, what we're actually looking towards is probably pin Fu here. Just need to pair up one of these two, I think. Yeah, I don't mind being in a white dragon weight if it comes to it, but we'll see. Drawing 8 actually makes things a bit interesting, I think. Alright, pair of 9s. I mean, Breach Pin Fu. Breach Pin Fu 5-8. No Ipatsu. 5-8's a little awkward, but I know where 3 of the 7s are, so the 8s and 9s are going to get isolated. Alright, Pursuit Reach. We have 7s, so I'm not too concerned. Obviously value is a factor, but... Six can be called. Ooh, that's a low one. Okay. Coast is still going for things. Siege the 1, but not safe. Pass though. Coast is just going to snipe it with a Tanya. Nope. Wondering if 8's going to deal in on both ends, but... playing around things. I mean, we've reached. There's nothing really much we can do here, so it's just a case of what will happen will happen. Reach Pin Phin on me. 2000. Puts him depressingly close to us, but that's fine. Now it is the important dealer turn. Okay, Dragon, 1 Dora. Let's go north to start with, over the 1 pin. This is an important one to win. Largely to try and secure second, but also because I want to get that dealer turn out of the way. I think the west that call is too aggressive though. I mean, this one's kind of been tip-tapping, and I mean, Prospero's picked up the only decent value hands of anything, but this one's been a bit of an awkward one in many ways. Not just for me. Alright, now we'll go for it. So we could try and force a Honitsu, but I don't think we are with this. That actually was probably a bad call. That either makes it better or worse, and I can't decide which. But drawing a second south would be absolutely amazing. Well, we know what we're doing. We are threatening the hand, and we'll see what happens. Tenpai. Alright, so south, and if it comes off, it is Dragon Dora free. And now we just hope that nobody has a triplet of souths, ultimately. South is also our win, so I don't think South is going to come out. We're hoping there's Souths in the wall. No, lost a card chance. I mean, Prospero won't push. If Prospero gets to South, he's not going to push, not with his lead. Also, we are one away from another game. Currently, Rise, Draconis, and Lily currently in the game. Currently queued up on me. 7 pin. Alternatively, we can wait till this game ends and try and shuffle the table up a little. We'll see. Alright, so I've got 5 more draws to get the last South. Oh, okay. So, he's gone for it. That was luck. That was fortunate because I wasn't sure what we were going to do in that position. But we picked up an extra 1,000 points, and that 9,000 puts us in range of Prospero. Our dealer turn is here. Okay. South 4. 4,000 points needed. North Star. Seven's a great draw right now. Okay. Double run. Pair weight potentially, but a couple away. Drawing it, pairing up South or Red would be awesome. Failing that though, we got the possible Itsu. And you know how I feel about possible Itsus. Don't feel the Draw a Dragon is a great draw right now, in all honesty, but we'll see. Yeah, giving Solar Amungan a chance to come back for second is not what I want to be doing right now. You will risk it, but it's not what I want to be doing. So Ishan's in. Yep, that's fair. Alright, we'll play it now. I've got to risk it now. It passed. I am phenomenally impressed that passed. So we'll say discarding one there. Okay. So Kess decided to hold off on the first. That's a lot of restraint from last place. I'm going to say that now. A lot of restraint for Draw a Dragon not taking immediately. This has been a bit of a slow tappy-tappy game, in all honesty. I've just eaten into Prospero's lead in my last hand, so we'll see. Possible Itsu is on. Ishanten, Possible Itsu. Which would be enough to come back. Played a 1-4 very early on, but he does have that. No, this is going to be Dragon Honitsu rather than anything else, I think. I don't think this is going to be... Not Honitsu, I mean just Dragon 4. Dragon 3, rather. Yeah, I think because of the threat, we're going to try for this. 2's also a safe tile to it, so... Itsunomi. Well, that's unfortunate. There are 4 currently queued up, but I will wait for the games to end so we can shuffle up. Downstairs, I kind of need to go for this, but not at the risk of dealing into that mess. Fortunately, this means I don't have a Yaku. I mean, Yakulus for a 10 is probably better than anything else I could do right now. So, yeah, fine. It's on a safe tile, at least. Oh, there's my Itsu Widow gone. I think given that I read that as a dragon only with just the bonuses for Mungan, I don't think that's a hand I can discard a 5 so into. Carnage is interesting. How many 4s are left? There are 2. Yeah. I did get a card after it was done, but that was nah, they're not happening. I'm going to play this sensibly. The downside is Solar is not that a million miles away from just overtaking me for seconds, so... Mono with a Khan. I was debating it, but no. Really, I'm out of this hand the moment I get anything that's problematic. I'm just staying in Tenpai for the sake of it. And hoping that Prospero deals into Coaster at this point. Because otherwise I'm going to have to throw my 7, which is not going to be nice. You want to take this, whoever's going to call this. Nope. Oh, no, the time. Fine. Hey, I'm down to a single winner. And we're still 10 by with 5 to go. So it feels like Solar is just dodging Coaster at the moment, which is fine. Certainly fine for me. CG of both sides of that have been played. That is absolutely annoying because I could have won if I'd have stayed with it, but I don't think, given where the position was, I could play a 5-so in that position. No matter what the game state is. So we are probably going to end this game here in second. Unless something happens. 2 reds, we can play that. Also got to be slightly aware of time management because we used all of that debating with Rubicani. Oh, Solar has not been folding. Okay. Oh, Solar gives 1,000. That is fine. Mungan effectively. 79. We will stay second. And yeah, we'll take that overall. Could have attacked and it might have actually worked for us, but second place we'll take. Alright. Let's shuffle up the tables. Did it genuinely save you from last? I mean, that's the downside of reaching, I guess. Absolutely. Your Cthulhian chance has been held for review, though. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 currently queued. Go one more, then it's going to be a case of odds versus evens, I think. Okay, there we go. So odds versus evens. We have that, and that for the first game, which I'm just going to start off, and then we have Draconis, Cryral, Prospero, and Solar. So good luck all. Yeah, tough table. Tough table, but a nice starting hand. Bonus tile, 2 from Tenpai. Yeah, okay. Start with 7-pin. We'll do a mono start. Skip the first one. Nice. Ishan 10. Sometimes that happens in Mahjong, but played a risky one now. Alright, come on, Mono. What nonsense is that? Alright, 2,000. Pass that one. I mean, this one isn't bad, but it's not the same as the last one, unfortunately. Ah, well. Red's released. A possible Itsu one, I've just realised, so there's that. Last one failed on us, but you know, they can't all betray me. Now we'll see. The rest of the hand's a little awkward, so it just depends on how things finish up and in what order. Pair of 9s though. Alright, let's cut the 1-2. We also have the possibility of going for a Chinitsu, I suppose. Not that million miles away from it. Okay, Chinitsu it is. Because we are not a million miles away from this. You can still get the Itsu, actually, the way this worked out, I think. Oh, maybe not. 2-so. There's only one 9-pin left though, and I don't think anyone's going to play with 7 out of hand given how expensive they are. Dora 9. I'll give Dora 9, so let's counter. Good counter. So it's a pair weight 1 free at the moment if we get the 5-8. Assuming it won't be a 9 pass, which it will pass at least to rise. There are no 1-pins left though. Darn it. That is unfortunate because I really needed that 8. So last free pin and 5-8 are the only things I got left. North though is safe. Alright, Shinitsu time. He wants to gamble on a free pin. There was some stupidly aggressive stuff going on in this game. I love it. And hate it. Alright. But I deserve for that to backfire on me giving Monodora free that late. Let's start on 9-1. A few options with this. I guess the question is how long do we keep the West for? At least one more go around. So if we do pair up the West, then this is perfect. We can go for Ipeiko Pinfu and 2 Dora. Oh, you ask and you occasionally will get it, you know. 7-pin for the ideal weights here. Go on, 7-pin. 7 so. I mean, you're trying, game. I know you're trying. All right. We could have gone for a Sanchikyu with that, but I feel that's asking for too much. Let's just move into the Sozu weight. South does not progress. So T58 for Tenpai. Would love to call that, but of course we're not West. Means Mono's got something. He wouldn't go for that if he didn't. We'll keep that, but that technically increases our number of potential winners. Because now we can pawn. No, we got to go for this. Just we need to be one step further along in the draw cycle, or behind actually. Mono and Rise have both got our completed tiles in a little bit. Andy's clear breach first. We'll risk the 8 if we have to, and I think we will in this position. Reach past Sumo. Hits his Baiman as well. Yep, Mono second on priority still. And Rise has the lead. We go into our dealer turn. Okay. We'll see how this develops. And of course, Lily's now starting to get attacked in my dealer turn. Grumble, grumble. Alright. Well, we'll see. Hand is not abysmal, but we need to do something here. And the early call might be because he's got Dora. Good draw. Means we're going to potentially have an isolated 5-so though. So all of our Dora being isolated. Options still exist though. We'll see. 4 does nothing for us. Okay, double call from Lily. She's played a lot of tiles out there, so that suggests she's got something other than just the dragon. Or it's a rush hand. Oh, we have safe tiles against that. And that's actually a better pair for us, so we're gonna wrap around here, see what we can do. But we're now at the point where we have to kind of consider what we're doing with our Dora, and I think Lily's got them. If I had to put money on where they are, Lily's got a pair of them. Okay, so double run. We're technically Shanton, if we can make this pass. But we're going to go 7-8 and just hope to draw a pair of the ones or be in a wait for it. 1-4 wait? No. Okay, so I was wrong about that. We could have potentially made that pass, although goodness knows where they were. They were somewhere, though. And we didn't lose any points in our deal turn. Got slightly closer to second, East 4. Alright, Lily with East. Also, hello, sir. Sorry, missed you. Yeah, too safe for the moment. Okay, triplet of 9s. Okay, so double Yaku High for Lily at the moment. So most obvious home for that would be a Honitsu, but could be going for a cheap 2 Han hand. If it is Honitsu, it's in Sozu, which is the one tile we don't need. Rishanten at the moment for not a lot of value. We'll pursue. 3-6. Pretty sure at 5 for 2-6. Each draw 2 for 6-4. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm staying ahead of Mono, just. But, yeah, that happened. Alright, let's not give Mono any draws if we can avoid it here. We have double Yaku High, we're going to go for things. 6 potentially is useful here, so we'll go for it. Maximizing useful tiles, I guess. Nice. Ishanten. Double Yaku Hydora. Nice. Alright, South free. I mean, not the most valuable hand in the world if we get the free pin, but still. Okay. Mangan, if we get the right way round. If not, it's still a good hand. We don't look to be in Pinsy, but I don't think anyone's going to throw a free pin here. There are 2 4s that have gone out, though. I guess it wouldn't be the most ridiculous thing to happen, but I'm not expecting it. Okay, double call. We have the Mangan against the dealer, so it might still be worth pushing. Be aware of what's happening, I guess. Now we can follow that up. If someone's got a pair of Souths, then obviously waiting on the free pin is far worse. Oh dear. Well, we'll take it. Seven. Puts me in range of Rise. Also suggests this game's going to be over quite quickly. What is this? This is Mono's hand, not mine. Alright, let's just move on. Do I want to force it? No, I'm going to force it this early. Yeah, I think Carl said he's going for Montreal's, actually. I'll play West rather than East at this point. Indeed, best of luck to you. Well, this is a hand that's gone nowhere. Red Dragon only at this point, I think. I want to keep that for my safe tile, actually. It's probably worth us playing the green sooner rather than later, so we've left that a bit late. I'm only a Mangan away from Rise, so if I could get a Mangan, then it'd be worth it. That's why I was looking at the Honor Honitsu a little while ago. But alright. Let's see. If I draw a red, it's not impossible to get to Mungan from this. And North is a safe set if worse comes to it, so good draw. Bad discard, but it looks like it's a cheap one. Pinvinomi 1000. Alright, that's acceptable. And now I'm still in Mungan range. In fact, I'm slightly better off the Mungan range because it's my dealer turn. But West. 9385 is the gap. Well, we'll see. So how about now? Wandora. Freehand Sumo probably isn't quite enough, but a forehand would be. So we're going to see if we can squeeze out the dragons. Get ourselves to Tanyo and see. Also, Rise probably deliberately didn't reach with that, because if he knocks out Lily, then... well, actually, no, what? He should have reached it in that case, because he knocks out Lily, doesn't matter. Unless he's got other agendas on. Okay, well, it looks like we can attack for Tanyo at this point. We're only... Well, I say we're only 2 away, but... 2 away. Right, reach across. We have a safe tile. So we shall use it. I'm going to assume the 8-pin's safe here, although we just drawn another one. So we'll go for terminals. God damn it. Well, fuzzy logic has unfortunately ruined me there. And we move into South 4. So staying ahead of Mono is now the game, because I don't think I'm going to catch Rise unless I get this card off. And a good amount of luck. Okay, fine. We'll hold on to that we'll hold on this fort for a little bit. But we have Kanri. Which ups my chances of getting to a Hanuman, which I need. As does one of the current Dora. Although we've got nothing connected to it. Yeah, Mono does not need much here, so it probably isn't in our interest to discard the 9s. To calm the 9s. Still, we'll see. Do we draw the 2? And if we do we continue on with this? Yeah, Toto would be interesting, but I don't think that's what we want to do from here. Well, that'll do. We get second again. Invidora 1. Rise takes the win. Congrats. Oh, I'm probably going to move into observation mode now because I'm just... oh, I was feeling tired when we started this damn nonsense. Still, well played, Raz. Just remember you're on my team come Washizu shenanigans, if only because apparently Kyra will only play with mono these days. Because nonsense. Well, I mean, in Rise's case, it absolutely makes sense. He had the dominant lead. He just needed to, you know, finish things off. He didn't need to rake the risk, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to go and observe the game. If no one starts off, probably do things. Yeah, no. I'm just going to use that as a convenient excuse. Although, in fairness, there is the argument you were actually breaking up the Dream Team because you and Rise have been a fairly dominant force in Washizu Mahjong thus far. Still. Let's see. So Dragonis is reaching on a 3-6. What is everybody else doing at this point? Yeah, Kyril is, as he says, gets the bad luck out of the way. Solar is currently in the lead. Prospero is in second. Yeah, I need a Hanneman. I had a Khan of the 9s available, but once Mono made a call, it was a bit awkward to do. I never got close enough to consider it seriously anyway, so yeah, it's fine. I'd have only Khan'd if I'd have got to Ishanten, I think. Even then, I probably would have considered waiting a turn or two and just tried to get through the thing. Yeah, I mean, you got the initial snipe off me, but overall, yeah, just not a lot I could do. I mean, I couldn't do a lot either in my position, really. Yeah, do play draw. 50, I think. Yep, currently we have Coaster and Lacane queued up. As I say, I am exhausted, so I'm probably going to just spectate the next couple. I'd be thankful I didn't lose... Actually, I don't think I lost any points. I finished second and second, didn't I? I'll take my small increase and just be thankful it wasn't worse. But yeah, I'm probably not playing another one unless I get really badly convinced, and then I'm just going to play ultra defensively and just not do anything. Oh boy. Or I'll just go crazy, who knows. Silly things have happened. Alright, so we're following Draconis, and I'm actually not 100% sure why. We should probably be following the person who's got the most to gain right now, which is going to be Prospero. So Prospero, East 4, deal a turn, about 10k behind. Need one more if we want another game started. So that's his fourth pair, which is a little awkward in this position because he probably doesn't want to go for that hand at this stage. It might be worth throwing the Souths if he doesn't want to. If you think 7 pairs is an option, which he is, gets rid of the 5 here. I mean, 2 away from 7 pairs, I guess. It's fine. He can also pivot into other things. It'd be easier if the Souths were Easts, but they're never the right tile, of course. What's everybody else doing? Solar seems to have an interesting hand building up. Ishanten. Better way to go. Well, I'd say Ishanten, better way to go. Ishanten, but not a lot of value there, I think, unless he's fortunate. Wandora. Draconis, pair of dragons, at least white dragon he needs to do something with. And again, looks to be going for pairs, actually. Yeah, okay, so he's Ishanten 7 pairs. So 2 players going for 7 pairs-ish hands, although Prospero's given up his. Kyril then just looking at the standard Tarn pin at the moment, I think. Well, pin food rather than Tarn, yeah, with the 2 9s there, but you know what I mean. 7 pin. Probably not taking this. Again, if it was south round, maybe, but it's not really doing him a lot of good right now. And obviously Solar doesn't want to can that because he's in a position where he'd prefer to reach. Dragonus switched to Toy Toy a little while ago, which I wasn't paying attention to because brain not working good. That being said, Ishanten. 2 calls on the board. It's a threat if nothing else, and obviously a threat to become dealer. Cairo looking to build to the possible Itsu. Well, I don't know where his 6 is coming from looking at the board, I've got to be honest. There's 1 left. And he does now need that Itsu. It's not as if he can go without it anymore. Cuts the 2. And Riichi on a 3-sided wait for Prospero, I think. 258. What's he considering then if by pausing here? He didn't take the 258. What's around? A couple of 2s are gone. But I'm not seeing a reason. I mean, obviously we can see that the 8s are gone, but he can't obviously see that from his end. But he wants the 7 south for whatever reason. It doesn't give him any benefit as far as I can see. He can calm the 6s, but he could have done that anyway. Oh, he got the win. Maybe just fancy sniping the last south, I don't know. But I feel the 258 would have been a better weight generally. Still, he got the win. Yeah, no worries, Mono. As I say, if I've been sleeping better the last few days, I'd be still playing, but I think I am probably out as well. This might be a bit of a short one, which I apologise for. If it remains queued for quite a while and this game doesn't advance quickly, I'll join in, but don't expect miracles of me. Please have mercy. Oh boy. No, 30 and 20. We downgraded that a little while ago. A couple of sessions ago, actually. So you only get 30 for winning a game with mono in it, 20 for feeding it. No, 30 and 10. Yeah, there's 20. You get 50. I know what I mean. I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow to add up the scores, I'm going to be honest. Oh boy. For return! Yay! Of course. Alright, we have the other game going. Thanks, Rise. To be fair, Rise, you picked up 50 bonus points. You can afford a loss if it happens. I don't know why you'd expect that. I've only done that twice. And one of them was a Sunbowman. And yep, Rise is the top ranking player over the last 5 games, which I believe. So, interesting to see, where were you in the spreadsheet before this? 111. You're probably going to be knocking on the doors of the top 4 now. We'll see. Again, I don't know. Obviously, this doesn't take into account today's matches, and I've gained a few points, but we'll see. Also, I've undoubtedly done the thing of minimizing things. Anyway, Prospero in a dealer dragon for 4-man weight. Couple of those are in Solo's hand, but the rest are possible. Cairo looks like he's got a bit of a comeback hand potentially. Freedora. And the East, of course. His hand Cairo needs to pull off somehow. Solo having the East in his hand, though, is going to be the death of him, I feel, by the time this ends. Yeah. It's the eternal conundrum of terminal Dora like that. You either have to concede the hand, hope to go into a pair weight with it, or play it very early so you know who to worry about. Downside is, if you play it very early and know who to worry about, you know that they've got a Mangan, which is a genuine real hand. And in Solo's case, if he gave that to Draconus, that puts him in a three-way fight for the lead. If he gives it to Prospero, he just gives up the lead. So it's a tricky one. And he might be looking at 7 pairs now. Yeah, Ishanten 7 pairs, I think. Which, again, one way of making use of it. And he's got other ways of going now at this stage, I think. Still Ishanten. Well, there's Prospero's 4, which Kyra's keeping in hand. Okay, interesting. Could pivot if he wants to here, but this is starting to look a little... I mean, Ryan Peiko's a thing that could happen. Wouldn't say it's likely, but it could happen. Does Kyra want to call the 7s? Doesn't. Tempting, and there was a pause, but I didn't realise Draconis could call that as well. But yeah, it's going to be better for him to just try and build up from that. Here's Prospero with a card opportunity. Probably not going to take it, even though he's dealer, because he has no idea what else is going on. That passes. Well, Ishanten for Ryan Peiko from Solo. And we always like to see a Ryan Peiko attempted. They so rarely actually work. No Rinshan. I mean, from this position, I probably wouldn't risk it. He's in a 1,000 point battle with the lead. Going for it's giving Draconis the comeback rather than necessarily what you can get out of it. Because you have to assume that in most cases your Khan will be more beneficial to your opponents than you, on the basis that between them they have 3 times as many tiles of you. He's also waiting on a single tile wait at this point. Well, in Prospero's case, absolutely, I think, but... you can upgrade to the 4-7 wait to the last discard. Well, in this case, it wouldn't be closed, but you know. I guess it technically would be, but... Anyway, 1-4-7s. What is going on with things? So Prospero did take the lead out of all that nonsense with the draw state. So really we should be following Solo, who looks to be building a bit of a monster up top. Already has Ipeiko. Already has another run as well. You might want to push that to Chinitsu, I don't know. Well, we'll see. Prospero's hand's developing. Draconis has a bit of a way to go, I think. But actually, it looks like a really nice hand as well, come to that. Potentially a three-sided weight irregular 8-7-5, but we'll see. More Manzu for Solar. And yep, he's going to try and greed it. To be fair though, it's a Honitsu if you can keep it concealed. It's a Mangan if he doesn't. It's absolutely worth it. Alright, 9 doesn't really change too much up there. He can probably still get rid of the 9 if he needs to. So holds on to it. Prospero draws for Dora. And that Ishantan with that, Dora? It is, actually. Yeah, so Ishantan. Another 5 drawn. Gets rid of the 9 rather than that, which I guess makes sense if he's worried about his Dora at the moment. Okay, yep, not deciding not to greed it for the moment. Well, he's now getting into a position where he go for 7 pairs and now has 7 pairs. No, actually, he's got 7 so edge weight. So this is Riichi, Ipeco, Dora Dora. Prosper obviously holding on to Dora in that position. Okay, Prospero with a available pursuit ridge if he thinks the 1 can pass. He could damn it. Decides to reach on the Dora for the 2. Actually, could he have done it with the... No, actually, don't think he would have been able to. No, he had to reach on the Dora. Well, almost played a few turns ago. There's still a risky discard against that. Still, dealer reaches on Medora and gets immediately pursued by Draconis. Jeez. Prospero, your level of luck is extreme at the moment. We now have identified a Jam Thief. Still, pursuit reach for Mungan. Puts Karo down to 2200. Well, Prospero's got a bad starting hand, so I don't think he's going to be winning this one. Solo's hand looks quite good if he gets the early dragon. Yeah, so Prospero's got about 4 or 5 turns of just getting rid of honor tiles before we find out how good his hand is, so we'll see how that goes when he's done that. Meanwhile, Cairo has an okay hand, but of course he's on 2,200 points, so he's got to take some risks and time his attack a little bit. Probably still worth reaching at this stage, but obviously if he fails, he only has 1,200 points left of 1 reach left in the game. Still more points around. Yeah, it's never nice playing catch-up Mahjong, but it is something that is a sort of skill. Okay, so he's going for the dragon attack at this point, which I think makes sense. Just try and put him give him a little bit of buffer, put him a little bit outside the danger zone. And you never know, he might still be able to pair up a second dragon. So Prospero with a pair of souths in the east round. And there's dragon and counter dragon. There we go. There's the dragon exchange that we're talking about. Alright, gets rid of the other one. So potentially looking like he's trying to go into a single weight for double Dora, which will put him up to about 7,000, 8,000 points if he pulled that off. So that puts him into a safety zone. Downside is Solar got to Tempai with that little exchange. Prospero does not look... Yeah, Prospero's nowhere near. Draconis, a bit to go, and Draconis has just dealt in. White Dragon 1. So 2,000 points. Dealership ends. Prospero is on the Shades number at the moment, but we move to South 1. So let's follow Draconis, who has a bit of catching up to do here. So his battle for second place comes down to basically, if he wants to do it in one go, pretty much Hanneman Sumo is his easiest route. I guess technically doable with what he's got, but without Dora, he'd have to develop that into 7 pairs and reach Sumo and some nonsense. Meanwhile, Solar has got a really good start, actually, considering he's chasing a dealer turn. Also has 2 Dora. Also has a south in the south round. Doesn't have a second, admittingly, but, you know, one's enough. Prospero's hand looks good as well. He picks up the pair of bonus tiles. Most of his stuff seems relatively connected, and that is a run and pair sorted out, so he just needs to divide up a little bit and maybe get rid of one of his excess pairs, and he's away. Kairo's hand, potential Sanchku. Long shot potential Itsu, but it's not bad. It's just, unfortunately, he's got his good hand when everybody else has as well. What you really want is the ideal is to have a good hand when everybody else is drawing dead. Kairo decides not to go for the possibility to, and again, I don't blame him. He does have the ability, though, to upgrade himself to Chanter Sanshku. So Chanter Sanshku reach would be Hanneman if he gets 1. So yeah, Mungan if he doesn't, and anything that gives you Mungan has got to be sought at this stage. That's a hand it's probably worth reaching with. So he's developing on. Meanwhile, Prospero with his second call has put himself into a 3-pin Tuso weight. Solar is Ipeiko actually on a 4-7 weight himself, with Ipeiko only at the moment. Well, Ipeiko Tudora, I guess. Actually, no, he hasn't. Sorry, I've ignored that. He doesn't have a pair. For some reason, I saw that as a pair of 5s. Doesn't have that. Anyway, cheese happens, so he's now in a 1-4 weight Prospero, which is significantly better than he was. Second Dora pickup from Solar. And Cronus is going to attack to defend his dealer position, which makes sense, but he has just dealt in. So South only. Prospero just doing anything he can to speed the game along, get this win banked. Okay. So Solar, 20,000 is the gap. Hanneman Sumo will be the comeback. He has a pair of Souths. Could get Honitsu and Itsu, I suppose, technically speaking. And if we were to somehow get all 3, that would probably be enough to get into Hanneman with Reach. So I know it's a long shot, but you got to consider what actually you need to win. And of course he's dealer, so any win will do. At least in terms of, you know, keeping the game going. Provided, of course, he doesn't win off Chiral, which is probably more problematic than it seems, but 2,200 points is not a lot when a dealer sumo will take 1,000 from you just flat. Which again also is the reason why I thought he might be going Dharma earlier, but he actually was no 10. Oh, Carol discarding a pair of South. What's his hand actually doing at the moment? He's got 2 Dora. He could go for a Tanyo attack with this, and I think that's probably the best bet he's got. Tanyo Dora 2, at the very least, puts him out of a danger zone and into a dealer turn. The problem is, of course, Draconis has decided this is his time to shine and has pulled off a double Yaku High start. So now they have to dodge that. And of course, Cairo holding that 1 south is a problem as well, because when you discard that in a critical position, it's not easy to do. The only fast point I suppose he's got is that provided it's not Prospero, he probably won't kill him, but it depends what their ambitions are for continuing the game. Yeah, I mean, Soto will call that, but he wouldn't call that for a win. 6 man is exactly what Carol needs right now, so that puts him Tenpai, 2-5. So, Tanyo, Dora 2. Oh, Draconis is gone. Hold on. Did Draconis think the game was over and then realise dealer repeat? Okay, I'll restore that game then. I'm surprised Solar took that win. I've got to be honest, Solar. Why did you take that win? You just put Chiral down to a position where now you can't sumo at all. Oh boy. So, potential Sanchiku, if he wants to do it in one round, which I suppose is the only reason you take additional points here, he still needs the Hanuman Sumo. So his only route to Hanuman Sumo would be something like Sanchiku, Dora Dragons. Okay, so Sanchiku is looking a bit stronger now. Of course, the Dora Dragons bit of it is the awkward bit, but that's sort of his route for doing it in one turn. He in fact didn't decide to go for that. I'd have probably kept the possibility alive, given I've got spare dragons I can throw for the meantime. Throw red-green, see if I can at least get the chance for it. But then I'm always looking for the one-hand comeback if I can. Because you never know, sometimes it works. And I think keeping the 5 and your options open for that potential winner is worth it. Still. So Kairo's now in an awkward position where he has to get a Yaku somehow, incidentally of what he's doing. In this case, most easy culprits are Pintu and Tanyo most of the time, but they're not expensive hands. Thankfully, he's picked up a Dora, so he might be able to just string some value together. We'll see. Played. Still holding on to that Dora Dragon, which again, it's the curse of the Soul Dora Dragon. It never feels safe to get rid of. Prospero, I think, started on 0 points because while he has been at the top of the mountain, he seems to go through stages of really good and really bad luck. Yeah, Prospero's started the day on 0 points. 24th. But he's had 209, which 209 currently puts you 5th. 6th rather. So, you know, Prospero is a great player, but he does suffer from just up and down syndrome. Well, let's see. Of course, the other side of the coin is if this goes to a draw and Chiral isn't there, then he loses on the draw state. Well, we'll see. Six doesn't... Well, I mean, he could have taken that, but he's not going to throw the White Dragon at this point. I'm not playing anymore. You're more than welcome to. What I'll probably end up doing is just keep the queue... open the queues up and just allow a free-for-all. And I'll count any games that happen today. I'm not going to do the scoring update until tomorrow because I'm just... yeah. Indeed, that's exactly the way I would phrase it there. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm surprised solely you took Chiro's win when he was on 3,200 points because it didn't really help you a great deal. And also, what would bust? I mean, that's just securing second, but you know that you don't have enough points for that with one Han. It just seemed like a really awkward call. I don't know. Anyway, Chiro's dealer turn. And I'm sure by all the GGs, he makes this tremendous comeback, hitting a Yakuman and just knocking Prospero out. That doesn't happen, does it? Oh well. Alright, let's see. Following Chiro. I'd have probably considered holding off, but it's difficult to say that for definite. I guess it doesn't really change the position that much either, so... It just more means he can't ever sumo again, but I mean, you were kind of in that position on 2,000 points anyway, so I guess 2,000 to 700 doesn't really make that much difference. I think I was just reading the fact that he had Hanumans that would get him the win, and he had opportunities potentially that go for those. I was just looking up rather than looking down, especially given your point gap to third at this point. But if Solo's happy to secure second, then taking the win off you is absolutely not a problem. Pretty much, yeah. Alright, well, let's just see how this is going to develop then. So Prospero has again picked up a bit of a jammy hand. I mean, it's a bit difficult to do that once you've already started the game, but I guess it's technically doable. Because now that he's no longer dealer, I guess the other side of the coin is he now needs a buyman, I think. 23,000, so double. Yeah, buyman sumo he needs. Mark is dead. To be fair, at least you killed it tonight, and it's not going to kill it when it matters. This is the thing. Although I think you might have slipped down to 4th. We'll see. Again, I will calculate points when I can be bothered tomorrow, but... Mind you, Prosper is the only one who's done a lot at the moment. Your gap in 2nd before the thing started, I mean, is about 50 points you had over Solar. Solar has picked up points. So yeah, Solar should have overtaken you, I think, unless Solar had a disaster in the other game. I'm trying to remember. Solar did have a loss today, so maybe he hasn't overtaken you, depending on what he actually scores here. Again, I'll work it out tomorrow. I'm too tired to probably work it out today. Anyway, Prospero picks up his Reach. It is just a 1-4. So most of them gone, but he just depaches you most because this is Prospero on his absolute... This is on Prospero on jam form. He is back. Alright, he's beginning his climb up the table in October. Hanneman. Which is going to score him... a bunch. 70? 76. Well, that's progression. I'm just going to have a... Actually, where was the other game? Coaster, RB, Lily. Is the other game finished? Oh, there we go. I knew there was another game around. I will set this up to auto queue. Just bear with me 2 moments. Auto queue update. Yeah, so once we have 4 people queued up, it will just start games automatically. I'm probably just going to get head off to bed once I've finished observing this, so absolutely feel free to continue. I'll keep the auto queue on until tomorrow if I can remember to turn it off, but anything that happens tonight will count. Just, you know, don't make a deal and start farming somebody for points. Oh yeah, absolutely. Mono when he's lucky. I mean, Mono's not had a great amount of luck so far, but he did pull off that Jacobin out of nowhere on his 4th attempt, I think. And he got reasonably close on 2 of the previous ones. I was watching some of that video back today, which is amusing. Absolutely. Needs to happen. I just need to make some more jam. I mean, real jam and luck are compatible, right? Right? Yeah, I'm thinking though we'll do the Washizu next weekend, assuming everybody's around for that time, because I know other people have got things on. I've got my Zendikar pre-release from about 2 weeks ago to do with guys on another Discord, so we'll see. As I say, if we have time on Sunday, but obviously I don't want to interrupt if you've got other things you need to mentally prepare for. You never know. Right combination of luck and skill will get you there if you need it. So, and Mahjong is a silly and strange game at times. Well, true, but you know, you've got it out of your system. And things have to balance out in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not immediately, but luck is a way of balancing itself out once you play enough games. It's almost like there's a theory around that. But, you know, that's me going back into my statistics background. I don't want to go into that. Which makes sense. It probably makes sense. Okay, so double dragon for Lily. And yeah, Rise is also on a bit of a rampage today. So Rise has also got a bunch of luck. He was starting at about 111 points. Picked up bonus points from Mono and myself in the previous game. Oh dear. Well, 2 whites are already on, so I don't know why it's necessarily oh dear, but still. Oh dear. Also, I should open up these hands. Let's see who's got the other dragons. Rise has got one of them. So 50k lead in South 2. I doubt he's going to do anything with that, but... not with this one, no. And Lucane just goes into Riichi Sumo. And Mangan. Okay, so Lucane is the last dealer, so they got a reasonable shot at closing down Rice. We're going to follow from Lucane's point of view because, again, this is the most interesting potential battle going on. Can Lucane make up 22,000 points in 2 hands? South 3, South 4. 2 Dora in the start, though, is a good way to go about that. 5 pairs, so turn 3, East Shanten for 7 pairs. And a 9 pin would be an awesome weight. A little less now that one's been played, but you know. Gotta think about these things. While Rise has still got quite a lot to sort out. Lily still has a few things to sort out. Not a bad starting hand up top, actually. Ooh. Well, true. But Tanyo really isn't giving a great amount, given that Riichi Dora. I mean, it's fine. It's an upgrade, but given the Hanuman solution, it's not a great one. It probably secures Mangan, though. 7 pairs Tanyo, 2 and Reach. No, actually, it scores Hanuman. What we're talking about. So yeah, getting rid of a 9 makes sense. Fortunately, they've now gone for the Ipeiko Dora Dora hand, which is certainly more reliable. But less valuable, admittingly. So hoping to do this in 2 rather than do this in 1, I guess. Although we can see obviously they have no way of knowing that, but that has effectively backfired. Backfired with a dealing on Rise actually, but again, I can see why you'd switch that up for a more reliable hand, if not one that is more valuable. I think it's chasing value versus chasing points, I guess. And still Shanten, of course. I suppose this also means that if Lucane were to get another 7 so, she'd be able to use it. So it's not impossible to go Dora free at the moment. Tenpai for Lily as well. For 7. Not sure on that call, actually. Because you're still in the same position, 1 away. Fair enough. So, call, discard 4 gives you Tenpai waiting on 7/7, which the door is not coming out against the Reach on the board, and just the fact that someone's made 2 calls. And 7 pin is unlikely to come out, but we'll see. There's 1 left you could draw. feels very risky against everything that's going on. Oh. Sumo up top, and that is Riichi, Sumo, and Niamangan. So that brings the battle into a battle for second, which is exactly what Rise wants. I mean, he wants his shades too, but oh dear, what is this hand? Okay, dealer 20,000 points behind with Freedora in hand. Yeah, this is potential. What's everybody else up to? Coaster, hand a little bit of a mess, but we'll see where they are once they got rid of their loose tiles. Triplet of 9s as well, so carnage available for Lucanus at this point. Lily's hand looks great, actually, just in general. Yeah, but it doesn't put you any closer. You're still one away, is my thinking on that. You're one away, whichever way before and after call. Turn free reach from Rise, which is one way to deal with a hand with a bucket load of Dora. So 7, 8 pin. 2 left in the wall. I mean, Coaster may play the 8 eventually, but not right now. No Patsu, thankfully. 8's useful for Lacane, so hopefully won't be getting rid of that. Yep, goes for white. So 1 left in the wall. This is where things are going to get awkward. I mean, oh. Riichi only, but that's enough to give Rise's win. I mean, it's easy to say looking back, but I think the 9s were probably your best bet. You only need the 1 pair. It's a safe enough tile. Though not definitely safe, I've got to concede, but it gives you 3 potential draws while you wait for other things to happen. You still finished second, though, so it didn't ultimately cost you anything, but well played, good game. Alright, well, thanks for joining us. Just get back in. I've extended the season, so it's not going to end immediately because it was about on the last legs. I am now currently 8th in rank, but haven't lost a game in some time. So I'll take that going forward. Alright. Thanks for joining us. I will see you all next time. Until then, folks.